Welcome. This is the Franchise Ramp Guide on how to shoot local content that converts on social. The only thing you need is a smartphone, a studio, and passionate staff and members. In this video, we're going to teach you about smartphone filming basics, motivating your team to adopt content creation processes, and specific types of content to capture, including boomerangs, images, storefront, testimonials, offer videos, walkthroughs, and B-roll class videos. So we know that authentic creative works. We've tested millions and millions of dollars in ad spend, and we've discovered authentic content works because it's literally your members, and the best way to sell people who use your product or service is to show the real people who already have purchased it and love participating in it. A couple tips about how to film on the smartphone. So one thing is we want to avoid badly lit areas of the studio. It's okay to film in low light, but the brighter the image, the more likely it is to engage the audience. Also, for good audio, when you're doing testimonials and store tour videos and offer videos, is that you want to stand within about 3 feet of the subject and also avoid a lot of background noise, whether you're filming maybe right out front of the studio or having the music too loud during the class. So we recommend shooting most of the content in vertical mode, just with the rising popularity of TikTok, of Facebook, of Instagram Reels. And the great thing about it is that you really keep the main focus in the middle of the frame, we can still edit that to 1 by 1 so that we can put it in the Instagram feed and the Facebook news feed as well. So that's going to give us the best option. Just remember, if you are filming vertical, not to move around too much because it's going to be a little more wobbly. So you want to think of your studio and all the different locations in it as potential backdrops for your content. So here we're in the studio, but you could also be in the lobby filming testimonials, right out front of the building and showing people exactly where your studio is. So there's a lot of different options, and you're really just documenting what's happening within the studio. One of my favorite social media experts, Gary Vaynerchuk, talks about documenting versus creating. So if you can get your staff member to participate, really in 15 or 20 minutes a week, you could get all those different pieces of content. So during a class, you could get a couple minutes of boomerangs, a couple minutes of authentic photos, and a few B-roll videos as well, all within that same chunk of time. And so you just work it into the process. And over time, you're going to develop this really vast array of content that works, because it's not about that single piece of perfect content, it's about having a large array of it to work with. So there's 4 main buckets of authentic creative. We have boomerangs, testimonials, photos, and store tours. Out of all of the creative that we test, boomerangs have the highest engagement rate. And here's how you film them easily in the studio. In your fitness studio, we really want your prospective members to see what the actions look like. What can they expect when they get into class? And so there's no better way to do this than the boomerang. Photos of groups smiling after class always perform really well, as does taking photos of the class in progress and also when individuals hit milestones. So a great place to get content is right in front of the studio, because we can really see, where is it located? Is it next to the Trader Joe's? Is there a Starbucks across the street? Exactly where it is. The local prospects are going to want to know that, and by showing them the storefront, they show that it's clean, it's accessible, and they know right where it is. And you can film just the storefront itself. You can have maybe members out there smiling, taking a picture after class. There's a lot of ways to do it. You could pan kind of around the parking lot or the mall or wherever it is to get a little bit of sense of place and time. Testimonials are some of the most powerful pieces of authentic creative that you can get, and we have 5 awesome questions to ask to achieve great testimonials. So here's the 5 questions. How did you find us? Were you skeptical before joining? Why did you decide to do it, join the studio? And what happened after you bought or joined? And finally, who would you recommend our product or service to? The best way to share content is with your Franchise Ramp Success Manager, and upload all of that content into a single Google Drive folder, and then your team can upload everything there, and we can begin testing what we think will be a good possibility on the paid traffic side. So the right prospects are gonna really relate to this authentic content, and it's gonna make your members feel special, whether it's celebrating rewards or just celebrating why they're so passionate about being a part of this community. You're also gonna be able to use it in organic posting, paid traffic, Google search, and also email. So it's really going to be able to cross all of those different platforms and spectrums. So content creation can really pay long-term dividends. It's more important than ever to tell your story as a franchisee. And creating content for social media is a powerful, powerful driver of prospecting. Finally, please take a look at some of our sample Facebook ads so you can get a feel for how this creative will actually appear to people, whether they're using desktop or mobile. Don't worry about being perfect, just have fun and build that library. Thank you and have a great day.